name is Tori Pritchett, and I am a Living Archive intern. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Briona, and I'm going to give her the opportunity to introduce herself.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Briona Muniz. I'm part of the BIDU program, summer program here at JCSU.
All right, Briona, and where is home for you right now?
Currently, while I'm staying here, South Park.
Charlotte. Okay. All right, and how long have you been here in the Charlotte area?
About a month.
A month?
Yeah, about a month.
Okay. So during the time of the pandemic, where were you?
I was stationed in Italy.
You were stationed in Italy?
Mm-hmm.
Italy? Okay. And if you could, what do you remember going on at the time?
I remember the apartment I lived in had a look off into the square.
Mm-hmm.
Empty, no cars, and they ride bikes and things like that, and they walk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No one was outside, just empty.
Okay, and as far as, you not being here in the U.S., what were some of the restrictions, there?
The restrictions there, you could not go into any supermarket. They had people outside of supermarkets and restaurants controlling the flow of people. And almost all restaurants were closed and did not do delivery. That didn't catch on for a while. Maybe a year later. It was just closed.
So in terms of getting food and things like that, how did you go about it?
Mostly cooked. There were certain hours of the day where the supermarkets would, I think they closed earlier during COVID actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just eat supermarket, go on base, a little bit of American food that Taco Bell and little stuff like that. But that's about it.
Okay. And what was most challenging for you during that time?
Just the complete transition of not working because they didn't know what to do, on top of not knowing how my family was. Just my grandmother had cancer, my mom had surgery and stuff like that. So just not knowing, and no one knew an answer. No one knew nothing. So that was the worst. Just every day you get a different answer every week. That was most frustrating.
And with that going on with your family, how were you able to, keep communication with them flowing?
Just WhatsApp and Facebook video because she has an Android. And so I think, she tried to go to Puerto Rico. She does it every year, but she didn't, and that kind of got to her mental. So
as a vacation?
Yeah, every year she has timeshare and everything out there. She's been going since I was a kid.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That was tracked. Is that because of the surgery?
Just COVID.
Okay.
She's been vaccinated and boosted up, but, it was still very weird.
Yeah.
So, and trying to get a flight back home because she almost got stuck out there the previous year during the hurricane. So it was not, it was bad.
No, I completely get that. And, with us not really knowing what was going on, what were some feelings that you kind of experienced?
Just frustration because, the Black Lives Matter and stuff movement was happening, and you can feel the tension amongst from my fellow counterparts that was not of ethnic descent. So it was a little awkward. It was weird. It was I don't know, it's a trance because you're in Italy where this issue is a thing because it was actually a parade about it. Black Lives Matter, ooh. But it was the only Americans that was there were white, not black people. So it was very, very weird. I was there. But I didn't see nobody. I didn't see no other of us. The Africans was there and things like that because, they out there. But I don't know. You just don't know where you are at that point. I don't know. It was very strange for me.
And then that wouldn't be necessarily considered home for you either.
No.
So
How
did that make you feel?
I didn't have friends. On top of not having the convenience of eating at the very couple of places that were not pasta and pizza, you felt very lonely. Felt really lonely. Like, yeah, we at one point we did a week on work and a week off. And at first it was cool. But then you're in the house and you're just like, you just get depressed. I don't know. It just seeps in no matter what you do. It just found its way, you know.
Definitely. And were there any normal routines that might have changed during that time for you?
Routines. Yes. My schedule went from 9 to 5 to 11 to 7. And I was expected to be in the building by myself. So, because it had to be a person manning the building all the time. That wasn't fun at all. Like, big building.
Yeah.
So, that was a change, just being by myself. So, I just called my family. That's how I called my best friend.
Yeah.
Because she was in Denver, so the time change worked out.
Okay.
So, I just call and be on the phone. But no one's at work. Like, I'm just there.
By yourself.
Yeah. There'd be a couple guys that come in to, like, grab a bag or whatever from their locker, but barely.
Oh, my goodness. So just, being able to socialize and stuff like that.
Yeah. And you go home, sun is up, you eat, you hang out a little bit, you go back to sleep, go back to work.
Oh, my. So you just felt like you were constantly repeating, the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you pick up any hobbies or anything during that time?
I bought a PlayStation. I don't play games, but I play Call of Duty.
Okay.
I got pretty decent. And then COVID lifted and I stopped playing. I was really on Call of Duty, and The Last of Us. And some cute little other games, but PlayStation.
Okay. So that's something that kind of helped you?
A lot. Yeah. Because you get to talk to people, all headset, you get committed, put it on a big TV.
Okay.
Takes up some time.
Yes, and then that's still a way for you to, socialize with people. You may not be able to physically see them.
Exactly.
Still. Okay. And how has this experience shaped you as a person?
I think it shaped me as an adult, finally. Because I was 22. I was 21. Turning 22 during COVID, so... And then at the end of COVID, I got out of the military. So it was like growing into an adult, reaching the end of my contract, and now you get out of your contract. And COVID is, 8 months later, COVID is officially not a thing anymore. So it made me realize what is valuable. And it told me that I could be by myself. Although I didn't like being alone, I didn't crave people. Okay. I didn't crave I don't crave that, I want to go outside. I don't do that. I don't crave that at all anymore. It's just I'm cool by myself. It's going to be all right.
Yeah, you're at peace with being alone. Yeah. And a lot of people, they don't know how to do that. So that's a good thing. So just transitioning out of the military, how was that for you?
It was rough. It was rough because being in America, for one, that was the one thing. I forgot that, English, you didn't have to talk slow and things like that. And, everything. Because, I live up there, so, in the supermarket, everything's Italian. I learned how to, read it more than talk it because it's food, So coming back here, driving, that was a little bit thing to get used to again.
What's different?
There's not really speed limits in the Autobahn. It's very, you go fast. Yeah, but here it's I live in New York, so I'm from being in the countryside to straight back in the city. The hustle and bustle, I did not like it. That's why I'm here. I realize that's not me anymore. Being in Italy is just shapes you a little bit.
Gotcha. So just that, the driving, did you miss the food?
Not really. I realized that America's very fat. It's crazy. Yeah. It was only one Burger King, one McDonald's, and that's it. In our little town, maybe two, a couple McDonald's, but you realize that people are just driving here, getting food, leaving. Driving here and getting, like the Italians, they have 3-hour dinners, they're talking, they're eating their food, and they don't eat pasta with meat. Like when you get spaghetti meatballs, it's not together. You have to order separately. That digests differently.
Okay.
Than burger, fry, everything mashed, like little stuff like that. When you start to pick up on it, you're like, huh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the ingredients and like what's in the supermarket food compared to over there, how big the portions are. Ooh. That was something too. It was a lot. Like even on the metric system, I know how to do math better on the metric system than I forgot what the other one's called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, it's like I grew up, my adult life, I grew up there. It's very strange. So, yeah, surrounded by Americans though.
Okay, I was gonna say, because do you think being there kind of made you grow up a little faster?
No. Just because my life prior to was, I already was independent and grew up fast to even handle Italy, because it's hard for everybody.
Yeah.
Like money, budgeting, being an adult, eating, like actually eating food. A lot of kids don't eat or pick up tobacco habits and things like that. Like maintenance. I don't know who works in finance or in office, but maintenance people, it's a big transition.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. What are some good things that you've learned through your experience during the pandemic?
I learned patience with myself, mostly. Like, knowing that I'm a mess up a lot, but you gonna come out of it, like COVID ended, right? So you're gonna come out of whatever rut you was in. I feel like we all had our stages where we was like, I'm doing bad right now. But knowing that it was over and we all went through it and we got through it, it's like no excuse to do anything else. Because if you could make it out of COVID with your head on straight, decently consistent, and no COVID, you're like no restrictions, I feel like I could do more. I don't know. I feel like I could do more aligned.
No, I completely understand. Like you're definitely able to focus during that time.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know I definitely want to be mindful of your time. I always ask my participants to share some advice to anyone that may go through something similar to the pandemic. What's some advice that you would leave?
Don't escape it. Embrace it. Try to develop what's good for you. Because I started walking during the pandemic too. Like nobody was outside, I started walking. Just nobody here, so I'm walking right in the street. Do little things, just embrace it. You keep fighting it, and you're not gonna win. Just gonna suck, but embrace the suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is there any other stories that you want to share? Something that might have stuck out to you that happened during that time that you might want to share with us?
No, it was just the racial thing. It was just interesting, just how prominent you know how people make jokes and then you kind of realize that like, oh no, this is real. Like people are really uncomfortable right now. You know, like,
Very.
And you kind of, we was all looking at each other, you know, people, us. It was like, let's see if they're gonna say something. You know, like, because obvious, like this is really y'all already reacting on it. So it's like, look, I'm gonna react. Say something. And it's nothing crazy. It's like they just walking on eggshells. It's a little bit more unusual, you know?
I understand.
So, yeah.
I do. All right. So I definitely want to say that the Living Archive team appreciates you for taking the time out to have us interview you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.